vehicle is leaving the station. Please hold on. Please move to the center of the vehicle and away from the doors.
From the secret bunker in Southeast Georgia, welcome back to the NWG. Today we have Star Wars news, and perhaps this is just pure speculation. Maybe there's some controversy here. Let's dig in. This comes from the Fwoosh.com. I love Robo and those guys. Hasbro, Target exclusive Star Wars The Black Series Din Djarin, The Mandalorian, and the Child toy was revealed yesterday. This is a Target exclusive, which mini rant for a second. If you have been toy collecting like Man Baby right here does, the problem with Target exclusives is they allow bots to just grab them all. So this figure was available for about 32 seconds, which is about the time it takes to check out. So by the time actual fans got to actually obtain this toy, they were told, no, they are all sold out. So we'll see what happens once this hits retail. Rant aside, though, this is a Target exclusive that went up yesterday. They say Target unveils their Mando Monday Black Series offering, all right? And they went up at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 Central. This basically includes a 6-inch deluxe Mando in his Beskar armor, along with Baby Yoda and tons of accessories, which on the surface seems cool, right? Let's keep going. All right, so here's what's included. Again, you've got the figure itself, which looks great. The jetpack, his weapon that turns Jawas into mush. I freaking love that weapon. He's got the credits, Baby Yoda, and the carriage for Baby Yoda. So that's all very cool. Now, if you look closely, you see what looks like a neckline on this figure. That's right, because this particular version of the Mandalorian actually has a removable helmet. And there we go. That's Pedro Pascal. Oh, let's keep going. I want to get a closer look at this. So here's the accessories. Again, everything we just discussed, which is great. I'm actually kind of excited to pick this up if it had been available more than 13 seconds. But let's keep going. There's the Mando. Again, the figure itself looks great until, oh, wow, the carriage actually opens up the top. I'm even more excited than ever to maybe not get this. Come on, Target. Let's keep scrolling. All right. What's going on here exactly? Try to make this image bigger. What's going on with that face? I don't know what's happening here. That doesn't look like Pedro Pascal to me. I mean, what's going on here? For reference, let's take a look at what Pedro's face actually looks like. There he is from Game of Thrones. Some of you may not even know that he was in Game of Thrones. And here he is at some Netflix premiere. So again, normal looking actor face. And then something's going on here. It's he's taking steroids. Something's happening to the jaw of the Mandalorian, and I'm not sure what it is. Now, some of you may remember I posted an earlier video in which there was a rumor that Pedro Pascal quit the Mandalorian in frustration. He walked out. And whether they got him back, whether there's a double, I believe they got him back, and the rumors suggest that perhaps he's just leading his voice while somebody else does the actual acting so he doesn't have to put on the helmet. It was a big deal. Apparently, he wanted to do more scenes with the helmet off, and LucasFilm said, no, you're the Mandalorian. You got to take it off that once, and that's it. And he made a big deal about it and was very upset. This is allegedly, and tried to go to the higher ups to, tell on them and lodge a complaint. And they basically said, no, we're not changing anything. It's their vision. And you signed the contract, so you need to just shut your mouth and play the Mandalorian is basically what he was told, allegedly. So fast forward to now. I guess they worked all of that out. And they release a figure months later after this rumor came out. So it's enough time to produce images of an upcoming figure. And instead of making Pedro Pascal unveiled for the first time ever in a Star Wars figure, this has never been done. This is the first time Pedro is unmasked in 6-inch plastic form. And what do? They make him look like that. Again, no disrespect, but he looks like Shrek. I don't know what's happening here other than perhaps did Lucasfilm approach Hasbro and say, nope, widen those cheeks, baby. Make them bigger. Because, I can only imagine being made in action figure form is kind of a big deal, right? Like Pedro Pascal was a kid once. He collected Star Wars figures, I'm assuming, maybe. Might not be old enough to have done that. I don't know how old he is. But the fact is to actually get yourself in an official mass market release has got to be a big deal. And for it to come out looking like that, I can only just assume that somehow Lucasfilm was involved in this, and that's a big middle finger FU to Pedro for the drama that he caused behind the scenes. Pure speculation. I cannot emphasize that enough. It is my speculation that that's what happened here, but that's what I think. So is what it is. Let's get through some more images because, again, I think this set is great. I love the Mandalorian series. I think it's good. I do think that Baby Yoda unintentionally became the star of the series, and that may affect my enjoyment of Season 2, but we'll see. We'll see. Season 2 starts as I'm recording this video this coming weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. Now, Slashfilm has pictures of a few other figures. Now, this face looks much better. This is from the Vintage series. It's a smaller 3.5-inch, I believe, figure. And honestly, they don't sell anywhere near as well as the 6-inch Black Series. And so I think that if they had put this head on the Black Series 6-inch figure, I think people would have been okay. That's why I suspect a conspiracy. But that's the Vintage line. Let's look at some other things that came out that are interesting. Mando's ship, the Razor Crest, has finally debuted on pictures with paint. This was a HasLab project that got funded, and it's continuing to be funded. This is very expensive, but look at the amount of detail. I think that's beautiful. They also have a child plush, some artwork that looks utterly fantastic. Darksaber sneakers? Nah, I'll pass on that. Look at Pedro's excitement before he saw his face. Oh, and Carl Weathers is looking kind of old in that picture, but I will say, it doesn't look that way on the actual TV show. I think that's just the picture. Carl is the champion of the world. Then there was this Amazon exclusive figure that is coming out, and it's basically from The Mandalorian. I believe it was the last or second to last episode of the first season in which the biker scout, takes the child and is basically trying to kidnap him. And you can see, I think this is just a repaint of the standard 6-inch biker scout, I think. But a lot of good paint use on the figure, which I dig. And that the speeder bike looks incredible. Look at all the weathering detail on that thing. I think that looks great. You can see the way it looks in package. That's phenomenal. Come on, that is fantastic. Leaning up against the bike, which was a pretty funny scene if you've watched the Mandalorian series. This was one of those scenes that actually had me chuckling. Legit, it was good stuff. Comes in the orange striped box. Cool looking artwork. Very scared the child as he's being whisked away temporarily. Spoilers. So lots of interesting things coming out by Hasbro on what is being deemed Mando Mondays. I guess there'll be releases, if not every Monday, maybe one Monday a month. I don't remember. I think it's every week, but I'll have to find out, and I'll put that in the comments below. With that being said, that will do it for this episode of the NWG. And as always, I appreciate you so very, very much. This channel would be absolutely nothing without viewers. If you're not a subscriber, and hopefully I've earned your subscription, all you need to do is click the button that says subscribe, turn on notifications with clicking the bell, and you'll be notified every time I put out a new video, which I do weekly. I'm live streaming about every other week on Thursdays. I would love to hear your comments on these figures. My conspiracy theory, do you agree, disagree? What are your thoughts on that? As always, I would love to hear from you. So with that, thank you very much. I hope to see you back here again real soon.
This vehicle is leaving the station.